Yo, 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 chat. What's good, everybody? How we all doing this morning? Well, this morning for me. How's everybody doing in there? If you guys are over on the east side of the world. Afternoon, good evening. Good morning to my fellow North Americans. It's good to see you guys again. We're gonna have a good day. I'm in a trade right now, which we'll cover in a moment. I took this earlier. Just bounced around my house. getting ready for stream. But yeah, how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Anybody take trades so far? Anybody take any trades in London? Anybody take any trades in Asia? If you guys are over on that side of the world. Morning from Colombia. Good morning, Julian. Good to see you, brother. I gotta visit Colombia one day, to be honest. Looks beautiful over there. Here from Bolivia. Let's go. Welcome, brother. It's good to see all of you though again. We're gonna have a solid day. That's the normal now. Every Tuesday and Thursday, except this week we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday. And then you guys got Tyler tomorrow, same time, around 9 a.m. start time. And then starting next week, the schedule going forward will be Riz, Bossman Riz on Mondays. He's got a lot planned for you guys, so please tune in Mondays for sure. Tuesdays, Thursdays with myself, 9 a.m. And then Wednesdays with Mr. Tyler, TG Capital, Mr. Prop Firm Destroyer. But yeah, let's hop right into it, guys. Cool. It's good to see all of you. Welcome again. All right. Let me know. I got my charts open here. You guys can see we're all good. This is the second stream ever, so I just want to make sure everything's running smoothly. I think we're all good on my end. Welcome on in. Love from Pakistan. All love to my fellow Pakistanis. Long EU in London session. Okay, we'll take a look at all that. I believe EU ended up moving long like we were talking about yesterday. Did I learn from ICT first? No, I've never learned from ICT. I don't use or study. I've never studied any of the concepts. Morning from Colombia as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry guys, I'm getting directed by the team to, I believe, lower music a touch. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. You guys also let me know on your end. If you guys think my volume's too loud, if you think the music's too loud, please let me know. Of course, we're going to be doing some tweaking this first week, making sure the stream is as good as possible for you guys. But yeah, before we start, please, if you guys can do me a favor, like and share the stream. All right. Road to 1K viewers. Let's see how long it can take us. But yeah, we got a lot planned for you guys. So it's going to be a solid next few months for sure. Music is good? Okay, perfect. We'll keep it like that for now. Music good now? That's awesome. Good to hear. Yeah, just let me know. I believe my mic is all good as well. But this is perfect. Awesome. Okay, cool. So we'll go over gold first, just because I am currently in a long position. Not looking the prettiest, but we'll see what happens. I believe we should run for this high we printed Monday, I believe it was. Yeah, Monday. We have taken a bunch of lows from the left-hand side. All right. And now we've been moving bullish. However, something I don't like, and the reason why I've sized down on this trade, we are now trading above previous daily high. All right. So automatically, since we're now trading above highs, we could see deeper pullbacks, or we could just see a sell-off. That's why I'm actually trading the micros right now. So I only got 5 cons on the micros. If it wants to run bullish once more to take out these highs, perfect. I'll be involved in that. Still with my system. However, I have to be able to identify when to size up and when to size down. And this is definitely going to be a trade that I'm going to be sized down on. So don't have a whole lot of volume. However, if it does run to target, we got about 130 ticks that we're looking to catch. So that's currently what I see on gold. Wow, guys, listen. Look at the day we had on Indices yesterday. So you guys know we were bullish. However, unfortunately, there was no entry that followed my plan that I could take, unfortunately. And this thing, look, if you look at YM especially, this thing rocketed to the upside. So unfortunately, missed out on YM, and it is what it is. It's all good. I don't know if I'm going to be seeing anything today I could take just based off this price action in front of us right now. However, things could change. Okay, sometimes charts don't look too pretty at the beginning in New York, but as price develops, we'll see if entries can get cooked up. So We'll have to wait and see. We got stock open in about 35 minutes on our indices that I usually like to wait for, so I'm going to be waiting for. NQ, same situation, but I in my opinion, a little bit worse. Reason being, we're at all-time highs. Okay, and just for myself, when an asset I trade is at all-time highs or all-time lows, whatever it is, not all-time lows, all-time highs usually, it's not really tradable price action for myself. Okay, we're trading above higher time frame highs, so there could be a bearish pullback, or this thing can just continue rocking to the upside. So you have to kind of take it day by day. If I do take any trades on NQ, they're going to be intraday, they're going to be scalped, they're going to be just like purely focused on the session that we're trading. All right, so NQ for myself most likely is out of the question. We'll keep an eye on YM, but same kind of situation as gold right now. If I do take any trades on YM, probably going to size down on it as well. And we spoke about it yesterday. After we started trading above this high and then previous weekly, buy setups are kind of out of the question for myself. And doesn't mean they can't happen. It doesn't mean I won't take any, okay? Because sometimes intraday will print up something nice. However, definitely going to be sizing down. All right. I've been learning a lot for you, Marco. Thanks. Appreciate that, software engineer. Much love, brother. Good to see you again. Good to see you as well, bro. Welcome back. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed yesterday's stream. That was a lot of fun, honestly. I enjoyed myself, and we had some good comments about yesterday's stream. So it's good to hear. And it's good to read. At least Marco knows how to trade liquidity. I mean, I guess you could say that. That's just, these are purely concepts, right? So sometimes they'll work, sometimes they won't, just like any strategy in the game. Yesterday, I full ported Marco. I'm rich enough to buy Nando. Noah, it's good to see you, brother. Appreciate you tuning in. Can you turn down the music in the background a little? Okay, we could possibly. If anyone else says it, I will. From on my side, the team says volume is all good. Yeah, volume is supposed to be all good right now. So, but we'll keep an eye. I think everyone should watch Marco's. I'm pretty sure you meant to type. Playbook first, that is also uploaded by Chart Fanatics. I definitely recommend that. Yes, sir. Let's see what gold's doing. So we are floating about 27 ticks right now. All right, 30 minutes spiked previous. All right, still kind of trading below. Nothing too interesting yet. It could definitely still reverse on me. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here. We do have a little bit of a buildup going on at the highs. Okay, so it doesn't look bad. However, it's not a textbook bread and butter kind of setup for myself. So again, you have to realize these things and know when to size up and to size down. However, this is something Umar spoke about on Monday. If you guys were tuned in to Riz's live stream, dynamic risk isn't really for the new trader. This is something you have to learn through experience. All right, so I use it. However, I don't recommend it to the newer kind of traders, all right? Because you could easily start letting emotions get the best of you and sizing up incorrectly. All right, we'll take a look at some Forex pairs for sure. So we spoke about Euro yesterday. We were bullish and we moved quite bullish yesterday. So from low to high, about 110 pips to an intraday target here. Okay, so that's a great move on Euro. I believe some people in it. I know Riz is in it, so I don't know if he partial above this high, if he's holding the higher time frame. I know we spoke about it on stream yesterday. We'll talk about it again, but I am bullish on Euro, and I am bullish until this high. Okay, it doesn't mean you just want to buy in the lower time frames. It just means my higher time frame bias means I want to be looking towards 1.18299. All right, so that's my higher time frame kind of bias on Euro. Daily, you can see yesterday we had that bullish move, leaving a little bit of a wick at the high. Then finally today we opened up and spiked that high. Now we're leaving a wick to the upside currently. So we'll see what Euro delivers. As of right now on an intraday basis, if we look at this thing, these lows are of interest to me. Okay, because I can tell that we have built here and then then we took the high. All right, so doesn't mean that we have to come below these lows. However, if I was to look for any sort of continuations, I would not be taking any unless these lows go. All right, that's for myself. All right, that's just keeping my trading as highest probability as possible. Hello everyone, welcome. Bro, does that mean that you're entering when price below PDL and enter short when price... Okay, so BG, good question. No, that's not what it means. I don't just automatically buy below a daily low, and I don't automatically just sell above a daily high. I have to have all of my confluences in the lower time frame, of course. However, if I am bullish and price does take a previous daily low, let's see if we can find an example for you guys. So we'll look at this one right here. We had Thursday's low of last week, I believe. Yes, sir. Last week, we did spike below it, and look how we hunted it. So it is an added confluence that if you were able to catch longs down here, you could possibly hold it up to there. However, that does not just mean that we spike this low, that we automatically have to run to that high. No, it does not mean that. I have to have all my confluences in the lower time frames. In this scenario, the lower time frames would probably be like the 1 hour, 4 hour. And I can see that we've had a build up at the highs up here. Okay, so now it makes sense that we could run from previous daily low to previous daily high. All right, that's just to keep it as short and sweet as possible for you guys. Sorry, let me just get caught up on the chat right here. Yes, I saw his playbook video. That's why I jumped directly as soon as I get this notification that he is live. It's good to see you, Romeo. And I hope you enjoy your time here. Checking on this trade. So it is not looking too pretty. I'm not going to lie to you guys. And that's why I told you guys before. Not a trade I'm going to be sized into right now. Now we've left 8 hour low. Okay? 8 hour low. Sorry. 8 a.m. candle. Okay? So it's 9 a.m. now. 8 a.m. just closed. So it is possible that we can spike this candle. My stop remains below this low to the left-hand side. Okay? So it is possible to spike the low and then run. However, there is a lot of downside potential. And again, that's why I've not sized in too much. Currently short on NZD, USD. Can you take a look? I don't look at the pair, but if I do get a moment, I will look and later. Can you look at Solana? You guys are throwing me some things I don't look at. I don't really look at Solana either, but we can take a look. I believe if every other crypto is very bullish, it's probably looking bullish as well. Yeah, I saw you put a buy limit there as well. What about sells? How about I want to buy after this bearish closure on the 4 hour. Romeo, what are you talking about? Which pair? What is your confirmation on gold? So we broke it down before, but we induced higher to the upside, which induces buyers for me. Okay, and then we had this level of liquidity right below. You can see that we have respected it. All right, you can see this bit of price action here. This is around New York Open. We had a spike up, spike down, and then took the low. Okay, once we took this low, buys are now interesting for me. And then I look above and I see that we have left liquidity at the highs. Okay. However, if gold wants to continue bullish, it can easily leave highs intact. Okay. It does not have to take these highs before continuing lower. Okay. So again, these are things I just want to stay aware of. Okay. If I ever have more than kind of one scenario in front of me where I still believe bearish PA could come in, but the bullish setup is still there, I just size down a bit. That's it, guys. Nothing too crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Living in this era is amazing with all the pre-knowledge to make millions. We have a lot of, we have access to a lot of knowledge these days. I agree with you. Can you look at GBP, JPY? We did look at it yesterday. It is very bullish. However, we are trading above highs on GJ. I'll pull it up quickly. Let me set some alerts on gold here just in case we do get taken out or if it starts running. So I'll set an alert down here. And we'll start setting some alerts up here. That's it. Okay, cool. GJ, yeah. So we looked at GJ yesterday, and this thing had wonderful buy opportunity to the upside. However, now we're trading above old highs, and we're at the higher time frame of an extreme. I typically just wait for more price action. Okay, what typically happens after a big move is we range again, and that's what I want to see. When we When we range, we build liquidity. Okay, so it's as simple as that. I'd be waiting on GJ right now. I wouldn't want to be buying because the buy setup is done, and I wouldn't want to be selling yet. Caught a sell on gold. Can you check it out? We'll go through it. Looking forward to ESNQ analysis. Is it done already? No, we have not looked at Well, we did briefly, but we'll look again near stock open. Okay, we have about 25 minutes until stock open. Caught a sell in gold. Can you check it out? Euro USD sells after the closure on the 4 hour. Not typically looking for sells on Euro right now. I am bullish on it overall. Yes, there could be some intraday sells, but nothing I'll take. Hello, brother. I really like your strategy and I watch your videos over and over again. So how would I approach study your strategy so that I can trade like you, please? Your first step would be to watch the recent Chart Fanatics video. I don't know, moderator, if you can, if the mods can post it in the chat for you guys. But that would be your first start. There's a 2-hour video we posted on Chart Fanatics recently with Riz. And yeah, that would be the start for sure. Thanks, bro. I know you don't look at crypto a lot, but thanks anyways. No worries at all. We spoke about Ethereum yesterday, if you want to look back in the previous stream. But if we have time later on, I'll hop into some crypto. Doesn't hurt. Best window for EU is London, New York. I agree. New York is my session. I don't trade any other sessions. Chart Fanatics, you guys are doing amazing. Much love, brother. Brother Romeo, I appreciate you. Do you still wait for news to play out, then look for a trade? Always. Always, always, always. Especially, I can't say always. For the news events that aren't too volatile, so I have Forex Factory open up over here. Let's see if I can find an example. PPI tends to be volatile. Oops. So something like this, just from my experience, the consumer sentiment, this kind of news event doesn't shake the market up too much, so I wouldn't be against taking a trade before, especially if we've had news already at 8:30. But core retail sales, yeah, I'll never be taking a trade before, only after. Okay, keep it nice and simple. How to download the playbook? Pathine, I believe you need to, there's a link we can send you in chat. Mods, if you can also post that link in chat for the playbook. And if not, I believe you can comment on TradeZella's post and they'll send it right to your DM, I believe. That could be the other way. Anything else on Forex we could look at? We talked about Aussie longs yesterday. Yeah, that went long nicely from down here back up to the high. So similar kind of setup to a Euro, which was nice to see. Yeah, that was good. Clean long on Aussie there. Back up to the highs. Now that the highs are taken, same situation as Euro. I can't speak this morning. The coffee is running through my system. Same situation as Euro. We're trading above highs. Okay. I would not be looking for any more buys, and I'd need to see more price action for sells. Like, I'm not bothering catching a sell at the very high up here, or even a sell up here. It's not really a setup I like to look for. Bro, I've been testing your strategy. It's amazing. I believe I got it. It's just a matter of time. I'd love to hear that, Doc. The Doc. It's good to hear. And I'm glad you're enjoying it. Sorry, guys. Again, I'm trying to keep up with the chat as much as possible. 3352. It's a good price to buy gold. Hopefully that's close to my entry. Still in drawdown right now. Below 8 a.m. low. Still not looking too pretty. But we are going to see the trade out. We took it. We're not going to cut it just to cut it. Marco interview, I watched it one time, so I'm asking. Oh, you've watched Chart Fanatics a lot of times already. I have a lot of free content on my Interequity Instagram, on Telegram. There's a lot of free content out there, even on the YouTube. So go through all that, I recommend. But there is a lot of free stuff. What's happening, G? We should have listened to TJ yesterday. Fartcoin went to the moon. Did it really? That's hilarious. I assume that's what? A meme coin? Fartcoin? I assume so. BG, we have sponsors, brother. There's no need to write messages like that. We have plenty of room to see the rest of the stream. You have a full screen of chart in front of you, so it's no worries. How would you use tick volume to confirm an entry? I've never heard of tick volume. Malik? Sorry, brother. Lazelli says, Swiss franc, please. I have not looked at that pair in a long time. Let's take a look. USD CHF. I used to trade that back in like my support resistance kind of trading days. Let's look on the higher time frames here. We are trading very, very low. You had already a weekly play that kind of played out. If you guys can see that weekly high taken, weekly low taken. So it looks like there was some sort of short. Possibly could see some longs. Grab some liquidity from the left-hand side. Yeah. Swiss could go long. You have this high being a first target. And then you have what is, as of now, I believe. Oh, it's already on. You have a high there as well. So I believe it could go long. However, I'm not too confident on it yet. We're at the higher time frame again of an extreme. So I typically stay away from price action like this. I just wait for it to play it a little bit more. And then I'll catch some moves on the way back up. That's it. I just, from what I've tested in my experience, I just stay away from higher time frame extremes. You avoid a lot of losses that way, to be honest. How you make it gold is bullish? Just liquidity. I just want to see price back to the upside on gold. A little bit of intraday highs that can be swept before continuing lower. I also do believe, since we are trading above previous daily high, shorts are possible. Okay, that's why I've sized down. I don't have a whole lot of volume running on this entry right now. Marco, how long did it take you to develop and refine your system? I don't know the exact time, but it spent me I spent a good 6 to 12 months of literally just me in the charts. A lot of time just studying, back testing, forward testing, live testing, a lot of testing. Why do you think gold is bullish? I went through that. Apologies. Which pair is this? Sorry, which pair is what? Let's go, Marco. You guys are very lucky to have active with the chat. Mateo, I appreciate you, brother, and thanks for tuning in, bro. Always appreciate you. Give us signals for trade. Kabul, that's not what we're doing here. How do you use the playbook on TradeZella? I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure it's pretty straightforward. It gets sent to you. It'll get sent to you in like a PDF, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm just like the rest of the crew. I watched your podcast on Fanatics. I loved it. Liquidity completely changed the way I trade. And what you shared was an incredible compliment. I appreciate those kind words, man. And your name is Marco as well, so I also really like your name. Marco Gang. To my knowledge, after rewatching the podcast twice, I've already made over 10x in profit in crypto. If that is serious, if you're serious, that's crazy. Congratulations. Bro, Marco, why you left Forex? Any suggestions for us? So basically, we spoke about this yesterday, but my main reason was the futures market and trading like the indices. I trade gold as well, but for the most part, I'm trading indices. It just suited my my life better. Meaning I'm in Canada, I'm in North America, so my time zone is basically London Open is 3 a.m. Okay, Frankfurt Open is 2 a.m. and I can't be on the charts for that time. And as you guys know, Forex pairs move a lot in London. So I just thought, hey, NQ, YM, they rarely move in London. Of course, there's going to be times they do. But for the most part, they just move in New York, especially in and around stock open. So I thought, hey, I'm going to make the switch over. I've been liking it ever since. It's not to say that you can't make money in Forex. You can make a shit ton of money in Forex. I made a lot of money in Forex. And who knows, I might go back in the future and trade Forex. But as of now, I'm trading is futures. I don't have any FX accounts active. But obviously, I'll let you guys know in the future if I do go back. Wish to watch you on a daily basis. Who knows in the future, man. But as of right now, Romeo, we are going to be on every Tuesday and Thursday. That's as much as I can do right now. But yeah, be sure to tune in every Tuesday and Thursday with me. And for anybody new in here, of course, we have Riz on every Monday, Tuesday and Thursday with myself, and every Wednesday with TG Capital, Mr. Tyler. But yeah, that's the schedule we got going right now. Kabul, you are here for signals and you're in the wrong stream. Yes, you can take the same trades as me if you want, but just know that I am not a fortune teller. So I am going to be losing trades, and sure, I'll be winning trades as well. So if you do take the same trades as me, please manage your risk. I'm not there clicking the buttons for you. If every trade is both a risk and a lesson, do you think success in trading comes more from winning often or from losing well? I think that goes back to what I was saying yesterday about learning how to become a good loser. Because even for myself in the past, I had a lot of times where I would win. But then when I had one losing day, that losing day would be like a big losing day. So I just didn't know how to lose. I didn't know how to take a loss and move on. Right? I didn't know how to take a loss, close down the charts, right, and not care. Okay, well, I can't say not care because of course we're still gonna have a little bit of care involved. But like just take it to the chin, move on with your day, right? So that was my issue. So I think just again, a big turning point for myself and a big turning point for a lot of people would probably be just learning how to become a good loser. Okay, because losing is part of the game. Okay, and maybe we'll see a loss today. We don't know yet. But you'll see. If I take a loss here, guys, it is one single trade, right? One single trade won't define how I trade long term. All right. And that should be a lesson for all of you here. Okay, please, sir, everyone like and share. Yes, please. Everybody like and share the stream. That would be much appreciated. Forex is a $1 trillion market. Yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, but I think I've read that statistic somewhere in and around a $1 trillion market. The market induces buyers. Why don't to think buyers? Sorry for you stayed on chair Fanatics. You go against retail. Yeah, so basically my edge in the market is essentially just trading when traders are getting trapped. Okay, when I believe traders are getting trapped. Of course, like I trade concepts, right? Theories. So that's just my edge. When I believe that traders are getting trapped in the market, when I believe stop losses and quote unquote stop losses are getting ran, that's when I try and take advantage of the market. To simplify it as much as possible. You're going to go back to Forex as a swing trader? Yeah, Mariah, I believe that may be a possibility in the future. Possibility in the future for sure. MK, good point there. 100% win rate strategy doesn't exist, so it's not about being a good loser. It's about being a good loser. I agree. Great losers win. That's a good line right there. And I'll never miss Marco live. Appreciate you, Pathen. If I was to choose trading EU, London, and New York, which would you choose? I'd be choosing New York all day long. Even when I was trading Forex, I was only trading New York session. I had a period during my learning phase where I was getting up for London, and I was becoming a zombie, right? And like, where's the longevity in that? There is no longevity because I was getting up at like 2-3 a.m. My whole day was shot after, right? Because I'm getting up at hours I should not be awake at. So if I was trading Forex and I had to trade a session, I'm going to be picking New York all day long. Papa Riz is back in the building. W Riz in the chat. What's going on, brother? W Riz. W Riz. It's funny how you say that too. Everybody uses that word Riz now. Instagram giveaway results announced. I don't know. So I have my own system, but where the combined back test is giving me results. Good to hear. Marco, does Apex funded work in Kenya? That's a good question. I'm not entirely sure. If the other firms do, I believe Apex would as well. I would just, my best bet would just hit up the website and see if you can register, see if you can sign up. You should be good. If the market is just a reflection of human fear and greed, then when you trade, are you shaping the market or is the market shaping you? I don't know, Noah. You're getting deep right now with me. Was that question written by ChatGPT? I'm playing. Hey Marco, good to see you again. Good to see you again, hater. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back in. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream today. We got about 10 minutes until stock open. So we'll hop over into the indices in a moment here. Gold, not looking too pretty. We'll look at the 1 minute, see what's going on. Nothing too interesting. Sorry guys, one moment. Yeah, nothing looking. Oop, I'm moving my sell stop on accident. Nothing looking too interesting on gold currently. It could still go long. Like I said, guys, there is a possibility of price having an intraday move up to these highs. You can see we are building lots of liquidity. However, if we are going to continue on the higher time frames to the downside, just based off my experience, we don't always need to be running highs. It could just continue with leaving highs intact. Okay, so you need to be aware of that. But my stop is in a safe spot, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. That's it. That's all. Let's go, family. Let's go, Riz. Appreciate you hopping in, brother. Appreciate you hopping in, saying hello. Which other PD arrays do you use besides liquidity? I don't even know what PD arrays is. A man changing the industry. I appreciate you, Romeo. Kind words. Just joined. What's your bias? I don't really. That's very direct, Booga. I don't really have a bias right now. I have a long running on gold currently, and we'll be looking at the indices shortly. We'll see what stock open looks like. But as of right now, we're just going to be waiting for stock open to occur. We have about 8 minutes left. So in the meantime, we're just going to stay on my gold trade, see how this plays out. See if I get slapped or if we can hit a target this morning with you guys. Is this our first trade? Yeah, this is our first trade on live stream. So we'll see if we can get a win with you guys. If not, we'll take a loss with you guys too. And we'll show you the reality of trading. Marco is in the building. Let's go, brother. Appreciate you joining in. If you guys haven't already liked the stream, please like the stream. It helps us. It helps the stream. Share it as well if you can. It'd be much appreciated. Yeah, but I am backtesting your strat, and I like it because I want to trade it moving forward, but I realize the win rate is okay, but the RR is amazing. Yeah, if it's applied, the thing is, a lot of people that kind of trade my style will trade the low probability setups as well. So I feel like it's important to identify when to trade. You have to understand something, okay? And this is for myself, right? My whole edge is, again, it's based off traders getting trapped. So what does that mean? I have to wait for traders to trade, essentially, right? I have to wait for liquidity to build in the market. So the main focus of my strategy basically is waiting, right? Because I have to wait to see liquidity. I have to wait for traders to get involved first. Then when they get taken out, that's when I start trading, right? So a lot of the people that try to use my style, they I don't want to say they use it incorrectly, but they just lack the patience side of it, right? And that patience side of it is important, because if you can stay patient, you'll avoid a lot of L's that way. Stay on the 5 minute right here. What do you say about internal range liquidity? Usually internal range is like areas I'll be taking entries off of, I guess you could say. Targeting external. But sometimes I'll target internal as well. So if I believe, in this example right here, this high, okay, if I believe that high won't get ran yet, I'll target this high right here. So it's internal. So it's situational, man. Honestly, it's just wherever I see liquidity. That's it, that's all. 9:24, we got 6 minutes till stock open. We will hit the target. We'll see. I won't lie to you, it's not looking too pretty. I would have wanted to start running already, based off my experience, but we'll see. Sometimes it's ugly and it still hits target. The market can do what the market wants to do. Emka says the only African country eligible on Apex is Ethiopia, based off what I saw. Okay, so there's the answer to your question. New York is going to open to push price down and then up. Could be, because I do believe we'll see some more higher time frame movement to the upside on YM especially. So yeah, you could see a false sell off to the downside on the open and then a bullish move back up. So that makes sense. It's possible. Excuse me this morning, guys. By the way, if I'm clearing my throat or sniffling a lot, my allergies are starting to kick in. So my nose is getting stuffed up and it's not going to be the most fun time of the season for me. So bear with me. Beaky says, do you use order blocks or fair value gaps or anything besides liquidity? Yeah, like I guess you could say imbalances, but even that, I don't really even take entries off imbalances or anything like that. Again, it's always off liquidity for myself. So you can see here, as soon as price stab this low, okay, as soon as, here, actually, you know what, I'll put a blue line on it so you guys can identify it easier. As soon as price stabbed that blue line, that's where I entered, right? And if I, how do I do this again? Right, there it is, right there. So as soon as we stab that, that's where I entered. Mitra says, do you consider previous daily or weekly highs equally important liquidity even if it is not respected or made? No, so I use daily highs and lows as an added confluence for direction. It doesn't supply me my direction. I always have to be using liquidity. Liquidity is what gives me my direction, nothing else. However, I can be using other tools to aid my bias for maybe targets. Like for example, we were talking about before, daily low to daily high or weekly low to weekly high. But yeah, I won't use it as just a bias. I won't. Do you consider FVG's internal liquidity? Well, essentially, you could say yes, because, for example, if you look at this imbalance we have here, this low printed, and if you look at the bottom of my chart right now, oops, this low printed here at 435. 435 low is just going to be a low. Look at that. On the 1 minute time frame. So yes, you can say that's internal liquidity. Sure. Right? But yeah. Eat local honey and you will be amazed that your allergies will be way less or gone. Interesting. I'll do some research on that. I've never heard that before, but I appreciate the tip. Ultimate Bike. Appreciate you, brother. MK Official says, how's your trading style called? Is it SMC or what? I mean, there's no title for it. I could be fancy and title it something, but I just trade Marco style. I just trade liquidity. So there's no title. There is no title for it. Man, that's cool to have all these guests. Can you repeat the schedule and guests? So, yes, sir. Of course I can. Monday, we got Bossman Papa Riz, Words of Wisdom. And he is going to be bringing guests on. He might be looking at charts himself. But Riz is going to be on every single Monday. I will be on every Tuesday and Thursday. And then TG Capital is on every Wednesday. For the live trading sessions, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all of them will be at 9 a.m. They'll start 9 a.m. So before stock open. Okay. For Riz, I believe his times will change. And you'll just have to keep an eye out to see what times his streams are going to be running. Because he'll be having guests on. Sometimes it'll be during a trading session. Sometimes I believe it'll be after. So just keep an eye out for those times. But for the live trading, always at 9 a.m. we start. Okay, maybe a little bit before, sometimes a little bit after. But for the most part, 9 a.m. Imbalance. Yes, I've heard that about honey. I've never heard that about honey, but I'll have to take a look. Call it Marco Magic. I could call it Marco Magic. But yeah, there's no reason to put a title on it. That's just how I trade. That's it. Marco, when there are many liquidity imbalances on LHS, I don't know what LHS is. Where will price react in reverse? That's a very, Pathine, it's a really hard question to answer just like that. But basically, if I'm bullish, okay, and price is starting to leave highs intact to the upside, and I am bullish, okay, I just want to see liquidity taken in the other direction. So maybe price looks like this, and we have liquidity here. So maybe we get a spike below, okay? Right away, what do I see? All I see is an opportunity to buy, right? I don't see any other downside opportunity. So I may be looking for buys down here. However, if I'm looking with like an entry pattern, some sort of entry model, or maybe I'm using time, or you can wait for some sort of confirmation to occur, right? And then you look for that buy up. But that's it, right? It always comes down to liquidity. And if you don't know where we're heading to next, guys, just wait, literally. And that's that's a big thing a lot of people struggle with, is waiting. If you don't see an opportunity, or if you're just confused, you're stumped and you don't know where to be trading, just wait, right? Be patient. Like a lot of people come to me and they're like, oh, but where's price going to next? Where are we heading to next, guy? If a setup isn't in front of me currently, I have no idea where price is going to be heading to, right? My setup, my strategy, my system allows me the opportunity to predict where price is going to be heading to next, right? But if a setup is not intact, if a setup is not in play, I don't have a good idea of where price can be heading, right? Simple as that. Romeo says Papa Riz. Yes, sir. Papa Riz. Bossman Riz. I'm getting lagging charts right now. Trying to switch time frames. Bear with me here. Let's see if I can reload my chart. There we go. Cool. We're all good now. We'll stay on the... See what the 15-minute looks like right now. Oh, and I apologize. Stock open has occurred. See, I'm getting lost in the chat sometimes. Okay. Nothing too interesting, though. NQ, like I said, I'm going to kind of stay away from it currently. Buying it at all-time highs is something I don't like doing. YM, however, let's keep an eye. On the higher time frames, we are trading at this high from the left-hand side. So I'm going to mark this high right here. Oops, this high right here. So this 44,781, I believe, will be a draw today. However, we are trading above intraday highs right now. So look, we are trading above highs here, highs here. If I was to take any longs right now, I need to see price below. My throat with this allergy stuff is not too fun. I'm getting dry throat over here. Yeah, waiting pays. Yes, sir. Waiting does pay. And there's just something I've told a lot of people is look how I rate patience there. Patience. Patience, discipline. These are probably the most important traits when it comes to trading. Profitable trading is boring trading. Don't forget that. Gold's still hanging out the lows. We are 25 ticks in profit. Nothing too pretty as of yet. These are what the higher time frames look like. So as of right now, what can I see? Clear up this chart a little bit here. I can see that 8 a.m. candle closed up. 9 a.m. came down, spiked it out. So how I would like to see that push higher, that would be ideal. Okay. But we've spoke about why we don't really need to see a bullish move as well. So we're sized down currently, and we'll see what price wants to do for us. As for targets, if it does want to run, I'll possibly take a little bit off above this high, maybe 1 or 2 cons above this high, and then my target will be overall. What is this? London high? I believe it's London high. Let's see. Yeah, that's London high up there. So that's what I'm looking at currently. YM has not reached that high yet. So after that high gets taken out, I am not going to be a buyer no more. Okay, but if the buy can stay intact, it looks good to me. It looks good. Let me catch up on chat here. How we all doing, by the way? You guys taking any trades? Who's in any trades right now? Talk to me, chat. What's going on? Anybody take any wins today? Anybody take any losses today? Let's go. We're all transparent around here. Let's try and work for a more transparent industry, because there's, as you guys know, a lot of people that don't like to be transparent, unfortunately. I know win rate can be hard to track sometimes, but do you know what yours is approximately? Yeah, so we talked about this yesterday. I had to give a range. I'd say 35 to 60%. And 60% is on the incredible high side. Sometimes I go through periods of trading where I feel like I can't lose. But as we know, those don't always last, right? So I'll have winning streaks at times, but I'll have also losing streaks. So I always give a range of like 35 to 60. My main focus is always going to be on just managing my risk, managing my wins and losses, keeping my losses small and my winners bigger. Everyone is enjoying for sure. It's good to hear. If all the new faces in here, I really appreciate a like on the stream. Share it with your friends, share it with the family, share it with the cousins, the parents, the uncles, the aunts, the brothers, the sisters. Let's go. Chart Fanatics to the moon over here. Live, are you gonna be doing some giveaways? I believe we are. I don't run them, I believe, however, so I think keep an eye on the chat. I think the mods in here will be doing some giveaways. I'm not too sure. And there you go. Why I'm above that high. So Marco is no longer a buyer right now. I'm gonna need to see what happens. So basically off the open, you can see, and it's not the cleanest bit of price action, but we spike above these highs, we spike above these lows, and we go long. But I don't see much of an opportunity for myself. So no missed trade, just a move that happened that didn't align with my system, and that is completely fine. We have left equals down here that we have respected already. So There is downside liquidity. However, not really. I don't really want to be selling. We're in a higher time frame bullish kind of market, in my opinion. So, from my experience, looking to take shorts in a bullish market is no bueno for myself. We're getting a nice reaction on gold right now. Nice to see. So we'll continue to monitor this accordingly. We'll scale through the time frame, see what it looks like. We spoke about the hourly. Nothing too interesting, but we're coming now to tap into this area, which probably we'll see a little bit of reactions, maybe. 30-minute, we're getting an engulfing right now, which is good to see. A little bit of momentum coming in off the back of that low. 15, same thing. See if we can close up here in 8 minutes with a nice bullish candle. It'll look pretty. 5 minutes, same thing. So yeah, nothing too serious right now. Another thing I can point out for you guys is, check this out. All right, low taken, and watch. This is how I can keep it as simple as possible for all of you. People overcomplicating trade nowadays. So low taken. All right, what does that tell me? It tells me that sellers are induced. Sellers want to be looking for continuations down. So look at this. The market taps into this POI, this order block, whatever you want to call it, right? I mean, there's a million different terms out there nowadays, but nonetheless, what you can say is this high respected this high. Okay. After that, what did we do? We sold off to the downside. So there's going to be liquidity above that high there at 34.15. So it's a possible target, partial point, or just a possible area that price can run to. Okay. But that's it. Like you see how simple it can be. So we'll mark on that high there. We'll mark on London high, and then we have that high from the left hand side that will be the final target for myself. Hey Marco, much love from Germany again. Yo, much love to you Germans out there. I gotta get out to Europe, man. I have so much traveling I gotta do with the wifey. We gotta go to many places in Europe. I got Italy on the mind. I got Switzerland. I want to go Greece. Germany could be on the list. Spain, man. I have so many places I want to visit. But Europe is definitely on the list. We're getting a nice 5-minute candle right now in gold, which is nice to see. How much time we got left on it? We got about 2 minutes left on the close. W on GBP JPY. W. Let's go. I'm always rooting for you guys. If you guys are taking some trades, I'm going to be rooting for you. Unless you're shorting gold right now. Okay, don't trade against me. I'm playing. You can trade against me. There's going to be times, and I tell you right now, there's going to be times in the future where, like, let's say, for example, I have a long on gold right now, and someone's like, I'm shorting gold, though. And that's completely fine. We're not always going to have the same view. All right? And sometimes my buy won't work out and your sell will. All right? So let me catch up on chat here. Sorry. Nicole says, I took the gold trade you're in now and got scared and took a loss. That's all good. All you can do is review it afterwards, see where you went wrong, see where you can fix up. And that's it. Macro says, I took a long on GBP USD yesterday, and after CPI, 6-1 RR, my best trade so far. Yo, W. A 6R trade is banger. I don't even know what R this trade is. Let's see. Trade here, target here, stop here. I believe about a 1-3. Yeah, there you go. It's about a 1-3. So not a bad for an intraday setup. Not bad at all. I got to sell early at 23.35 and I'm out with some profit. That's good to hear. Profit is profit. You have to understand that. Remember, what's that famous statistic everybody says about traders is, what is it, 90% of traders lose? So if you can come out of a trading day with even just a little bit of profit, you're a step ahead of the game. Okay, you're doing something right, and you got to continue to do that, right? Marco, buy below old low, sell below old high. Explain. Nothing too complicated about that, brother. Let's just say we're in a market where, like this. If I want to buy, I'm going to buy below here. If I want to sell, I'm going to sell above there. That's it. Or actually, let me get rid of these two lines. It looks a little confusing. If I want to sell, it's going to be above these highs. If I want to buy, it's going to be below these old lows. That's it. That's all. Just a little tip, right? You can write down a little notepad beside you. Buy below old lows, sell below or sell above old highs. No trades for like a week now because I'm back testing a strat. So until I'm finishing with that, that's good. Dream tunes. No rush. No rush at all. If you are on a new strategy, if you are on a new system, I definitely recommend back testing, forward testing, live testing. Don't touch any accounts right now. There's no need. Maybe a demo account, but that's it. Can you please share your thoughts on SPY? Is SPY... I'm a noob over here, eh? I believe SPY you consider S&P. Correct me if I'm wrong. JAS tails. Yeah, let me know. I believe it's ES. You are right. Perfect. My view on ES. Oh my God. We are at all-time highs. So my view right now is just like NQ. I wouldn't be touching it right now. I would not be touching it right now. So I think people look at correlations between these two pairs, ES and NQ. I keep saying pairs. Obviously, you guys can tell them from Forex. Between these two assets, ES and NQ. But yeah, my view right now is steer clear. Okay, but the benefit of hindsight, you could show up and be like, oh, there was moves here, there was moves there. But I would stay away personally. Let's move this alert to a partial point here, guys. So if it does go to our partial point, we can take a little bit of volume off. Okay, let me catch up with chat here for a moment here. How's everybody doing though? Are we liking the chat? Are we liking the stream? Why have you not taken extreme entry, sir, and just above it? Oh, I believe you're asking why did I take it here and not here? Why I took it here? I took it there because we are already trading within this whole area to the left-hand side. I don't need to catch the bottom. Sometimes there'll be instances where I did catch the bottom. Sometimes there'll be other instances what I didn't. And that's fine. I don't need the bottom. You have to remember something, and this is a tip for all of you guys, especially for the ones that like to catch bottoms and tops. Bottoms and tops isn't what pays profits. Having the correct direction is what pays profits. Okay, so yes, of course, there's going to be times where you sniped a top or you sniped the bottom, and that's awesome. Give yourself a pat on the back, but it's not always going to be like that, and that's fine. So focus on direction. Stop overcomplicating entries and put more emphasis and more energy into direction. That's what pays the bills at the end of the day, okay? And also, your strike rate will go up a lot. Mark, are you in the buy trade right now? Yes, sir, I am in a buy trade right now on gold, or if you want to call it GC1 on futures. I have a cheat sheet, which is a master pattern, so we should stay long with a probable dip before maxing out my master chart. Not sure what you mean by that, Larry, but if you have a sheet beside you, you're doing something right. So you're reminding yourself to stay on your plan. ES, NQ, and the SMT divergence. Yeah, so I don't look at SMT divergence or anything like that. I believe the homie Kane does. But I've never tested it. I've never looked into it, so I can't really speak on it. I'll only ever speak on things I've experienced. Right? It'd be stupid of me to comment on things that I haven't. Right? I'd look like a fool. When liquidity are both upside, downside, what to do, please? Wait. Pathin? I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. If you have liquidity on both sides of the market, just wait, man. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. No FOMO, man. No FOMO at all. Emmanuel says Euro USD. We'll take a look at some FX short again. So you never enter any trade until after 9:30 a.m. Mariah, good question. There is times I do enter trades before 9:30. However, if I do, it's typically like a higher time frame entry. So maybe from an area of interest on the left-hand side, and I have a bigger stop loss. Okay, to allow the current price action, the lower time frame price action, to do what it wants. Okay, so if stock open, and you know what? Let's see if we can draw a little diagram quickly for you guys. Let's just say I have an area of interest over here. Okay, and I have liquidity I want to target to the upside. Let's move this up. And now I want to be looking for buys in here. That's fine. I can look for buys in here with my stop loss below my low on the left hand side, because stock open can do this, right? And then maybe stock open opens up. Let me use a vertical line so we can make this as clear as possible. Maybe stock open, that's not the right one. That's not the right one. There it is. Maybe stock opens like this. We open up and we spike down once more. My stop loss is below this low on the left. Right, so it's fine. It's fine for me to not wait for stock open in this example directly. Okay, so that's the only time I ever will enter before 9:30 to keep it as simple as possible for you. We are approaching partial point on gold right now, which is nice to see. So we're gonna have a W on our first trade on CF Live. Let's go, W's in the chat, man. We're approaching this high here, so I will take, let's see, I got 5 cons running. I'll take 2 off at this high with you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna take 2 cons off at this high, and yeah, I showed you guys my other targets. A liquidity block is honestly, it's just a term I just titled something to make it easier when I'm explaining charts. But a liquidity block is literally just a high that has spiked liquidity. So that high here is a liquidity block for me. Okay, and same thing on the downside. We spiked out liquidity. This low is a liquidity block for me, and that's it. I think people call strong high, strong low, or something like that. It's just a term I use. It's just a term that I titled. Okay, so there's no fancy sauce or anything. And the only reason I did title it was just to make it easier when I was talking about charts. All right, 1 second, boys and girls. Let me just get caught up on chat here. Everybody's talking right now, and I appreciate all the new faces. I appreciate everybody. All the same people that came in from yesterday as well. We're at, I think, around 215 live viewers. So that's awesome. If you guys can like the stream, it helps us. It helps Chart Fanatics to grow and get better, make these streams as best as possible. What about the rental buyers at your stop? Why did you take it as a key place? And by the way, you know what? Sorry. Just thinking about my trade right now. Since we have moved away from my entry, I'm definitely going to be rolling my stop below this low here. That's fine. We'll keep it right there. Tucked just below this reaction low. So basically, I don't want to see price back below my below the low that we started going long from. Marco, why did you take that long at that point when there are some equal lows below, and why don't you go short? So basically, London high respected this high on the left hand side, okay, and we've went short from it. So that tells me there's going to be some sort of liquidity above this high. And then we grab this internal low, and we've been building some liquidity to the upside. All right. However, we are, there could be some more opportunity for the downside. Not only that, we are trading above previous daily high. So, and we've been speaking about this a couple times now, but that's why I've sized down. I'm on the micros today. I've entered 5 cons. So this isn't like a, I guess you call it bread and butter or like an A+ setup. So that's why I have sized down on the entry, okay? Because I do still see downside potential. It is possible. But yeah, Akash, I hope that clears things up for you. Hi, Marco. Greetings from OZ. Love the podcast, but appreciate you, Gray. Kind words. Let's see what gold does below this low. Looking for some reactions afterwards. If we do take this low out with speed, then I do think we should continue up. Abby says W. W, Abby. W's in the chat. Appreciate you, Abby, for tuning in. Thanks again, CF. This is an awesome trading channel. Yo, let's go, guys. Man, it's awesome to see how much you guys are enjoying these streams so far. Especially for myself. This is the second time on live stream. So, I'm probably shit right now, but I promise you I'll get better over time. So bear with me. And I probably sound like shit too, because my allergies are coming around the corner. They're going to start kicking my ass. So yeah, I'm going to sound stuffed up sometimes. I'm going to sound like I'm sick, but bear with me over here. Liquidity blocks like the ICT turtle soup. I believe so. I'm not too sure. Again, I'm not too familiar with all the ICT terminology. And liquidity block is where you place your stop loss. Can you show and explain with your current trade going? Yes, I have a liquidity block to the left-hand side, so that's where my stop loss was. Okay, but now since we have moved away, I do believe we'll see some bullish price action to the upside. I just rolled my stop, I covered my risk. So now, what am I risking now? Only 18 ticks. That's it. That is it. Let's take a look at YM. Look at this move, guys. Wow. Wow. Okay, well, let's talk about some higher time frame, because right now we're getting a higher time frame movement. we are running some internal higher time frame highs to the left right now. So we could see some bearish PA, but for myself, guys, I'm steering clear, and that's just for me. If you guys have some like scalping models or something like that, that's fine. Let me go up to the contract chart. So the long did occur, which we predicted. However, sometimes the entries just don't come, and that's completely fine. So we are running some highs on the left-hand side. However, I do believe YM is going to see... Is this July high? I believe this is July high. Yes, it is July high. So we are running for July high, and I do think that will be the next draw. If we can see some pullbacks before, that'd be awesome. We can look for more continuations to the upside. But this is looking great for July high. So keep an eye on that long term. All right. Sorry, guys. And listen, I apologize if I did miss a message. If I did miss a question, don't be afraid to send it again. I'm not gonna. It's hard to read every single question, get to every single question. Not only that, and look at the chart, manage my trade. So there's a lot going on sometimes. So I apologize if I do miss a message or miss a question. I'm trying my best over here. Love your NOS US 30 and gold future analysis. Can I apply the same on CFDs? Yes, you can. I've traded CFDs in the past. I've came from CFDs and I've made money on CFDs. So yes, of course you can. Sir, Marco, on M30H1 in gold, there's an extreme entry below the liquidity built above. Why have you taken the trade above it? And please explain. I'm confused about it. We've gone over the breakdown a couple times now, John. So if you want, maybe rewind the stream and take a look. I have broke it down at the very, very beginning of the stream. But just to summarize it quickly, again, this low has been taken out, which tells me liquidity's been taken out. We have highs left intact. Okay, an area of interest to the left-hand side. Okay, and then timing was kind of nice because 8 a.m. candle closed out. We spiked it out, and then we've seen some bullish PA ever since. There was an NQ dip, should be straight shot to around 24,152. Yeah, I'm not too sure about NQ right now. We're at all-time highs, which is basically kind of like no man's land, I guess you could say. Nah, bro, you killing it, Marco. Keep it up. Yo, Travis, man, that means a lot. Honestly, that does mean a lot. I appreciate you, bro. W Travis, appreciate you, bro. Romeo, you are already perfect. Damn, you guys are gassing me up, man. The market respected low where sell stops were placed and has gone up. The market can hunt the seller's liquidity and come back down to where the stops are at. That's possible. There could be some sells afterwards. I'm not going to be looking for it, but there could be. There could be. Please, G, give me an answer. What about the rental buyers at your stops? Yeah, I just don't understand what you mean by that. I was thinking to buy below your stop. This guy's trying to use me as liquidity. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Just per my strategy, man, this is an area I want to be looking for buys, right? And that's it. I'm not too sure about your system, right? If your system says something else, that's up to you, right? Bro, for your allergies, taking a morning stomach, magnesium, glycine supplements works for me. Okay, I got to keep that in mind. You guys are throwing some... Okay, look at that. Partial points hit. I'm going to close 2 cons. Let me adjust this sell stop. But yo, let's go. Chat. First trade. W. Let's go. W's in chat. Let me spam some W's in here too. Let me join you guys. W. Let's go. Partial point hit. Full target's going to be up at the highs. But we're looking good. We're looking good. Sir Marco, on M30H1 in gold, there's an extreme entry. Sorry, I already read that. YM and S&P are flying. Yes, the indices are flying right now. They are. I appreciate you guys spamming those W's, man. Let's go. This fires me up. NASDAQ kind of choppy. For actual entry, do you always wait for lower time frame liquidity? I don't. So sometimes there's an opportunity for me to buy or sell from the left, which would be like an area of interest from the left-hand side. Sometimes I have to wait for more of a confirmation entry. All right. And just so you guys can follow along, because I manage my position, I paid myself. I rolled my stop. That's it. Okay. That's how I usually typically manage trades. I won't roll a stop to B, and actually let's just go to BE so it doesn't. There it is. So we're gonna have a 3405.5. I'll only ever really roll my stops once I paid myself. Okay, and if it wants to come back, tag me out. Listen, I'm green on the day. It does not matter. But yeah, there you go. Clip hut. I should have answered your question right there. Why are we over 200 in here and only 110 likes? Yo, Mariah's, what the hell? She's spitting facts. Over 200 people in here, but we only have 110 likes. No, I can't continue until we get more likes in the chat. Come on. What are we doing, chat? Come on. Anything on Forex, bruv? I do look at Forex here and there. If you guys are in trades or looking at something, I can give you my 2 cents here and there. But as for myself, I'm not trading Forex currently, so I apologize, bro. Good catch, Marco. Sick trade. Enjoying seeing your analysis. Travis, I appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna remember you. You're showing lots of love. W's. I manifested this win already? Yes, sir, Romeo. Let's go. You once said price first goes down to go higher. Explain. It kind of goes back to what your previous question, bro. In order for price to move higher for me, I need to see it move lower. Right? So it moves lower before moving higher. Boom, bum, done. Simple. And again, that's my edge. That's my system, guys. So I want to see price move to the downside before taking buys back to the upside. Right? And same thing with selling. I want to see price to the upside before taking sells back to the downside. That's it. That's all. Marco, what is a false sell-off? You can call it a false sell-off. You can call it a liquidity run. You can call it a trap move, whatever you want to call it. It's just a move clearing liquidity in my eyes. That's it. $10 points. I'm out. Yo, let's W. Rod. You caught the same trade? Let's go, man. W's. Yeah, gold's looking good right now. Time frame wise, look at that hourly closure we're about to get on gold. We're gonna close as an engulfing as well. That 4 hour leaving that big wick to the downside, which is basically our entry, right? Could run for that 4 hour imbalance on the left, but my target is gonna be that London high, intraday in and out. Why does it move lower before higher? Listen, I don't know why the market does anything. I built a system around my experience. I built a strategy around my experience and how I view the market, and that's it, right? Some people have theories about algorithms, some theories are like order flow, all these things. I'm neutral. I just have a system that works over a long period of time, and I just apply it on a daily basis. It is what it is. There's no ego to it. I know a lot of people that trade some wild strategies, some wild systems, and they make boatloads of money. So what does that tell you? It's not the strategy usually, it's the trader. All right, I'm gonna open up some breakfast over here because I'm a little bit hungry, so don't mind me if I'm eating a little bit on the side. Why does it move lower before going? Oh, no, I already answered that. Double reading questions over here. Your strategy worked and saved me an account blow up. I'm glad to hear I saved you an account blow up, but please don't be risking your whole account on a trade. You shouldn't be at risk of an account blow up on a single trade. That's not the best thing to be doing. Abby says, what are you munching on, bro? No ads. But this is an oat bar. An oat-based original flavor oat bar. But that's it. So a little bit of carbs. Sammy, you've asked the same question now like 5 times, and I told you I've broken down the same trade every single time. What do you think of Sessions AMD PO3? So I believe AMD is accumulation, manipulation, distribution, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Which I guess is basically how I trade, right? Because I want to wait for a build up of liquidity, a run of it, and then a trade away. So I guess AMD is kind of how I trade. Maybe I have my own spin on it. Look at NQ. Sure. Let me just set an alert up here. Oops. Pardon me while I eat as well, guys. I'm just trying to get some breakfast in me. I haven't had any breakfast yet, just my coffee. All right, NQ. Shorting. But again, we're at all-time highs. So the only kind of way you can short this kind of thing right now is with time. So 10 a.m. is coming into play. if I had to kind of pinpoint where this thing's heading to, we got lows down here. Some lows on the left. But yeah, like I said, guys, nothing's too pretty. I would, for myself, listen, I'm only going to speak for myself. NQ is not tradable right now. Same with YM, to be honest. It could short, but it's just kind of against my system, to be honest. What is your risk management like? I use dynamic risk. So depending on my setup overall, the confidence in the setup, the technical confluences I have on the setup, I'll size down or up. Typically, I won't risk any more than 1.5% at the max, and that's like an A+ setup. David says your thought process is so simple it hurts. I didn't realize with my trading before I was taking longs at highs and shorts at lows. My trading is dramatically different after watching you. W, let's go. I appreciate that I can have a positive influence on your trading. That's awesome. Hi Marco, does the price action from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. mean liquidity building up? I'm referring GC. Not usually. Not usually. Usually, from what I've seen in my experience, is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. is typically some sort of trap move. Which, hey, if that's happening today, it's not impossible, but a question we can ask ourselves is, right now, it's about 10 a.m., so maybe my entry right now is a trap move. We come up, take some highs from the left, and maybe we see a sell-off. Well, I'm not sure. Is it possible? Yeah. We'll have to wait and see, but that's typically what I've seen from my experience, at least. That patience pays, always, man. Always, always, always. Glad to meet you on my early trading year. Love to hear that, man. Oh, the wifey's in here again. Hello, Hannah. If everybody can say hello to Hannah in the chat. That's wifey. She's just popping in to say hello. The sister-in-law's in here as well. Everybody's showing love. Sorry for bothering. No, you're not bothering me at all. That's what I'm here for. Answering questions. We're here to grow together. What do you mean by left-hand side? Yeah, just an area of interest on the left-hand side. So if that's like a liquidity on the left, right? If I have a liquidity block inbound, whatever it is, just an area on the left, right? So I guess you could say right here is you have an area on the left. This is more current PA, right? Lower time frame PA in front of me. We're approaching target here, guys. So I'm going to be closing out here in a moment. All right, target's hit. Let's close out. And that is full target hit. Yo, W's in the chat, man. Let's go. Come on. First trade with the chat. Targets are hit. Full target. That trade was taken on a funded and 2 challenges I'm doing right now. So, but I am only trading 1 funded currently. I have 6 more on the sidelines, but just not trading them right now because I'm just looking to do some more challenges currently and add more to my portfolio. But let's go. W's, man. First trade on stream. First W. Love to see it. Does the wifey and sister trade too? They do not trade. They do not trade. If they're going to trade, they're going to go, look at my head, guys. Come on. Look what trading does to a person. I'm playing. W's, oh yeah, I appreciate you guys. This is awesome. Awesome. So that is it for gold now for me. Targets have been hit. Broke that down from bottom to top, but that's some good stuff. Gold has some possibility to run to the upside, but like I was talking to you guys yesterday on stream, this little wick price action we got last week trips me out. So I'm kind of approaching gold from an intraday perspective right now, ins and outs, but that's it. That's it. Excuse me. Congrats, G. I know trading live isn't always easy. Love to see it. I appreciate you, Travis. You know the vibes. Trading live isn't easy. It's gotten easier for me, but yeah, I think whatever you do in life that has difficulty in it yields growth, inevitable growth, right? So if I'm always doing something easy, I'm not going to grow, right? As a person, and in this example here, as a trader. So I think that the more I trade live, the more I'm going to grow as a person and as a trader. So I'm excited for it, man. I like to push limits. I like to challenge myself. I like to approach difficult situations in experiences, especially experiences that yield delayed gratification. But again, Travis, I appreciate you. Appreciate you showing love. I appreciate all of you guys for showing love. If you guys can smash the likes on the stream, man, that'd be much appreciated. But yeah, look at that daily candle we're getting on gold right now. So I'm interested to see what looks like the rest of the week. Very interested. Look at these daily candles we're getting on the indices as well. YM, NQ showing a little bit of rejection on that after stock open. Let's see, Euro kind of chilling a little bit still. A little bit dead. I call this the turtle. Well, EU is the turtle pair. This is the turtle asset. Moves quite slow. Sir, please, ETH USD. You know what? Let's do it. Let's take a look. I got some time right now. So I've been, we kind of broke it down yesterday, but ETH to all-time highs is literally inevitable at this time. But we were talking about how I was screaming longs below 2K down here. And then there was confirmations in here. My business partner, actually, a good friend of mine, Abid, and I was telling you guys about Abid yesterday, probably one of the best traders I know. He is currently in a long position from here. And that's a leveraged long position. Okay, look from down here at around 2400 area, and he is still holding. And I don't even want to tell you guys how much money he's up, but he's a different level kind of trader. But yeah, there was definitely opportunity to long this thing on the way back up. But as of right now, if you want my view, I am looking at all-time highs. So if we do respect all-time highs, view it as a pullback. So maybe you get a little bit of a sell-off, but a continuation overall is what I want to see. That's it really on ETH. Nothing really to look over. We've had very big bullish candles right now, so there's nothing really too exciting right now. GU continuing higher, which is to be expected. We spoke about that yesterday. Approaching this high on the left-hand side. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. What does one contract cost? It depends what you're trading. So the minis, if you're trading NQ on the minis, here, I'll pull this up. If you look at the right hand side over here, contract size 20. So the way I calculate risk is, and I think there's an easier way of doing this, but you see here there's 30 points. This is $600 with one contract. $600 of movement with one con. That's just how I do it. I don't know. There might be an easier way of doing it, but in GU 5-minute time, let's take a look quickly. GU time 5-minute time frame. High spiked, low spiked, kind of tapping into these areas on the left, and we've gone long. I don't see anything too pretty. I do like, however, that we respected these lows once, twice, right? You get that false move, and then we take the lows. So that is pretty. For entries, I don't see anything too pretty for entries. Maybe you could have took a buy below this low. Okay, and if you did, your stop would need to go below here, this low. So unfortunately, it's a little bit bigger in this situation. Right now, you'd be floating about a 1 to 2. Target is about 1 to 2.6. Let's see if there's and then of course you have the high on the left hand side that we marked out. Okay, so full target could possibly be this high, which brings you to about 1 to 4. That's just what I see on GU right now. Nothing incredibly pretty though, I won't lie to you. Love the support from the fam. My fam has supported me ever since I even started learning about trading years ago. They've stuck with me through the shit times, and now they're with me through the good times. So it's nice to see for sure. Sorry, let me get caught up on chat. Short on NQ from 930 fair value gap. Just like I've been saying on NQ. Yeah, man. It's a tough one. It really is, because when we're at all-time highs, just in my opinion, you don't have a lot of price action to go off of. And the less price action you have, the less of an analysis I have, basically. So, and that's just based off my edge. So I would not be taking anything. Marco, you are so kind and so good. May God bless you. May God bless you too, brother. I appreciate you. That's kind. Very, very kind of you. It is 10:10, so we had a 4-hour close across indices. Check this out. So 4-hour low down here on NQ. And you got the 4-hour low all the way down here on YM. So nothing too pretty. Let's see. Gold spiked those highs. Look at that. So our long played out to a T. To a T. Do you only trade with prop firms or do you use your own personal money? So I have had personal accounts when I was trading Forex, CFDs. I have not opened a personal, well, actually I kind of lied. I registered with a broker for futures, but I haven't deposited into a personal account yet. As of right now, I just trade funded accounts on firms. That's it. Well, sorry. I have challenges as well, but I just trade prop firms right now to answer your question. I know you don't trade crypto, but can you look at BTC USD? We'll take a look real quick. Yeah, so same situation as ETH right now. I believe these highs, all-time highs, should be revisited. Very simple. Why gold ran over London session high? Man, just per my system, I believe that we had liquidity above those highs, and that's why we ran for them. That's it. Banking us a nice trade. What did we secure again? How many pips was that? How many? Let's see. Let's pull the. We took it on the micros because I told you guys I saw that there was downside potential. There. Entry at, what is that? How do I look at that? If I click it, there it is. 34.05. And we targeted the highs up here. So about 135 ticks. Not bad. Not bad at all. For an intraday move, we'll take that all day long. NGU 5-minute time frame. We were seeing it. Didn't follow you in your trade today, but exceptionally getting to see it all in live action. Thank you for sharing this with everyone, and thanks Riz for making it all possible. Big thanks to the Chart Fanatics team. I wouldn't be here without the Chart Fanatics team. So they're doing some awesome stuff. Some awesome stuff. If you guys have already checked out their YouTube channel, they have done collabs with some dope ass traders in the industry, some veterans, some savages. So be sure to check out all those. Yeah, I'm just sorry guys. I get some messages from the team sometimes. I just gotta look in. Cool. Let me catch up with chat here. How you guys all doing though? Anybody taking trades today? I took gold long. What'd you guys take? Anyone take any trades? NQ, gold, YM. Anyone take any trades on the pairs, the assets I look at? What are your views on GJ? Yeah, we talked about GJ a couple times. I would not touch it. The long setup is now done. Which props are you currently funded with? My funded futures, Tradeify, and doing some challenges with funded next. I'm kind of diversifying myself, so I have some other, and then eventually I'm gonna use Apex. So the goal is to run up Apex accounts with you guys on stream, but that'll be a future endeavor. But we'll keep you guys updated on that. So that's the goal. So we'll trade some Apex accounts with you guys on stream. Can you explain how you take? So if you just go into the recording, brother. We spoke about it a lot. Definitely worth a rewatch if you didn't catch it live. Just want to get caught up with all these messages right now. Appreciate you pulling up, making life a little easier for us to good. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you for joining us. For all the new faces, guys, if you haven't liked the stream already, please like and comment, share. It helps us. It helps the stream. NQ short. There you go. Those lows we spoke about stabbed. Not a trade I'd be in though. All right. Gold having a reaction right now, and excuse me, pardon me while I eat. If gold was to short, this is now known as a reversal time for me. Okay, 10 a.m. candle opened up, so 4-hour closed, brand new 4-hour candle. If we continue bearish throughout the week, we could start seeing some sells. I'm not interested for myself though. I just banked, so no reason for me to chase any more trades for now. I'm chilling for the day. Is your indicator free on TradingView? As of right now, I have my indicator is private. I will definitely update you guys in the future if I do public, make it public though. Is there a possible entry area on ETH USD? Thank you, first of all, man. I know your level. You're God, man. I just know how you set long-time bias. I don't really understand that. Hey, man. Thanks for learning. But how you set long-term views, just with a higher time frame. So daily highs, lows, and then I'll go into the 4 hour, an hour, and I'll identify liquidity on the lower time frame. So 4 hour, 1 hour. Apex is worth the longer goal. I agree. Apex is super solid. As you guys can probably see on Apex socials, they pay out big, guys. So if you guys if you guys do want to get Apex, obviously use code CF for the best discount possible. I believe right now, and the mods can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they have 80% off right now, which is awesome. But yeah, code CF will always apply you guys the best discount possible and save you guys money, which is, you definitely want to be taking advantage of these opportunities. Whenever I see, even for myself, if I ever see discounts available, I always use the discounts, right? You always save yourself $1. Why not? What do you think about the current CL price action? I believe that's oil. I don't trade oil right now, bro. Can you lower music a little bit? You're the only one that said that. So as of right now, I'm going to keep it. Maybe lower your volume a touch. Cool. Okay. Let's take a look at some charts here. What's going on? So look at this on NQ. That low we marked out was a 4 hour low, and we spiked it. And we're starting to see a little bit of a reaction. However, downside is a possibility, man. It really is. And we're just at all-time highs. We're at all-time highs. So a day like this is always going to be a sit on the hands kind of day for me on NQ, which is fine, man. Which is fine. 80% off gives you 100K counts for like 55. Look at that. I mean, you can't go wrong. Think about that for a second there. 80% off gives you a 100K count for like $55. That's crazy. It is crazy. And YM showing lots of momentum off today's open. Just literally went long right off the open, right? Now you can see on an intraday perspective, look at this 4 hour candle close. So 4 hour high taken. And we're starting to see a little bit of a bearish reaction. Interesting. Marco, what are the common mistakes people make when using your strategy? The lack of patience. The lack of patience for sure. But I feel like the lack of, you could say lack of patience, but that kind of goes with every single system, every single strategy. If you don't have the patience to wait for your strategy / system to be ready, to be intact, then you're going to be taking a lot of losses, right? Forcing setups. If you can't, and this is a true test, if you can't come to the computer every single day and not take a trade for a week, it's a red flag. There was, I think 2 weeks in June where I didn't take a trade for 2 weeks. Yeah, or I took one trade, I think, in 2 weeks. So, name of the game sometimes, guys. And that's where a lot of people screw up, the lack of patience. Not every day is a trading day. Remember that. Sorry guys, again, pardon me. I'm just having some breakfast over here. It is 10:20 a.m. for me, so I do got to get some food in my stomach as well. I have to go for a run after. Excuse me. If you don't mind, can you educate us on how you see liquidity building up and the logic behind it? Just to keep it as simple as possible. And again, for anybody new in here, we did post a 2 hour long chart Fanatics video that went over my system, how I trade, how I view the market, how I take entries, literally everything from bottom to top. A 2 hour video on chart Fanatics. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out. That should answer a lot of your questions. But to simplify everything in a short amount of time, I view liquidity building up just like this. Okay, so if the market's trending to the downside and we've taken out a low like this, okay, and we can have a little class here. So for the most part, retail views this move, and we'll put some boxes on this. Actually, let's circle this. Let's use red. Okay, so retail will view this move as, bear with me here, I'm trying to make this as pretty as possible. Cool. So retail will view this move from red high to red low as momentum in the market. Okay, so again, you have the concepts of like break of structure. Traders will look for that pullback. So some traders even draw like a Fibonacci, right? And from high to low, and they'll see that prices in their discount, their premium, their golden zone, or if people just use it as like an order block up here, okay? And traders are looking for continuation for more sells. Once that happens, I wait for that to occur. So I wait for this high to print, okay, and move away to the downside. Once that occurs, I now understand that there's liquidity above these highs, right? So I just mark on a high up here, right? And now it's going to be a future target for me. That's it, right? So if I have a bullish bias, if I have an idea to buy, then I'm going to start looking for buys on the way up. And then the same thing. Look at this. We take out this high. The market views that as a break of structure. Okay. They enter longs at this low. Goes long. Cool. There's going to be liquidity below that low. Typically what happens, not all the time, typically we'll get a run below, which tells me traders have been trapped, traders have been liquidated, their stop losses have been hit, whatever you want to call it, and then you look for your longs, right? And that's literally, I think the beauty about my system and the reason why I've resonated and liked it so much and why nothing's ever really changed is it's so fractal. So whatever happens on the lower time frames will go literally all the way to the higher time frames, which keeps it as simple and repeatable as possible. Yeah, I think simplicity is the key in this. You don't want to overcomplicate trading. It's already hard enough. So using a million concepts all put together in one, well, it'll just make your head go everywhere. So just try and keep it as simple as possible is my best advice for you guys. Gold having a reaction. So you know what? Literally what we just talked about. Check this out, guys. Look at this. Here's a little explanation, and then we have a live example on the chart. Retail will view this low getting taken out as BOS, right? So let's mark this on. Boom. BOS, right? So that BOS comes through, and then the pullback happens. Look at this. This whole area gets respected. High respects high, and then the key, we move away and we continue to the downside. So now what do we have? Boom, liquidity above that high. Simple, right? But you see how like everyone will overcomplicate things, but now there's liquidity above that high. And look, if I drag this across to live time, that ended up being a future target. It's not magic, it's just rinse and repeat, right? It's simplicity in my opinion. Papa Riz is in here again. Smash the like button. Come on, guys. If you haven't smashed the like button yet, please do so. We smashed gold longs today. That was fire. If you guys missed it, give this stream a rewatch. It was a solid trade, honestly. Didn't check every single box for me, so I did size down a bit. But however, it ended up playing out to a T. Marco, bro, eat a healthy breakfast, please. No snack, no bueno. All I'm eating is an oat bar, and I promise you the oat bar is healthy. I eat very healthy, to be honest with you, so I'm good. But I appreciate you looking out for my health. You the man. Mutwa says, did you have a good mentor or you went out on your own? So I had previous mentors, I guess you could say, in when I was trading like support resistance, trend lines, that kind of thing. It never worked for me. I never really liked it too much. It didn't really resonate too much with myself. So I stopped using it. And then I had one other person teach me smart money concepts. I found consistency. I made money, but I didn't find long-term consistency. And that was my problem for myself. Man, there's other smart money concept traders out there that make a boatload of money. So again, just for myself, I didn't like it too much. So then I developed these liquidity concepts, right? But no one taught me these liquidity concepts. This is all just comes from my experience. No hate, love you, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I love you too. Watched it multiple times. I definitely learned something different every time. Definitely worth watching. Appreciate the love, Nicole. Thank you so much. But that's actually an important point, and we'll touch on that quick. Even for myself, as I progress as a trader, I soak in content, I soak in experience differently. So for example, even some people I've taught in the past, they'll watch something, and then weeks later, they'll rewatch it and they'll soak in the content differently because they've progressed, they understand it more, etc. So it's an interesting thing, very interesting. What are your A+, non-A+? So just to kind of simplify it for you, brother, we started trading above previous daily high. So that alone made me want to size down because I saw downside potential. Okay, so since we started trading above previous daily high, buys were starting to become more and more risky. So that's why I say only, but I still had 5 cons on the micros, which is pretty decent. Would you go lower than the 5-minute chart? Yes, I do go to the 1 minute sometimes. And the easiest way to explain it is if the 5-minute is looking very squeezed up, or I just want to open up these candles, I'll go to the 1 minute. But I'm not always on the 1 minute. I'm not always on the 5 minute. Sometimes I'm even taking entries off the 15. So situational for sure. That's what I would say. Words of wisdom. How far with that Euro USD play? Riz is holding. Hodl. Hold to the moon. No, jokes aside, Euro looks good to go long. I've been telling Riz, I've been telling the stream, if anyone has Euro longs running, these highs look delicious, man. They look good. They look good for sure. What's the percentage of your liquidity strategy and how do you use, I don't use volume, bro. Euro USD, yeah, we're getting a move on it right now. 4 hour, took out previous, and we're getting a bullish move up. This will definitely be the next area to look for. High on the left hand side. But yeah, that's it right now. What's NQ doing? NQ's continuing to the downside. YM getting a bearish reaction after taking out that 4 hour high. Sir Seeker says, do you use session highs and lows as liquidity or just higher time frame? So I don't use session highs and lows to make it as easy as possible. I believe sometimes liquidity will line up with like a London high or a London low. But just for example, let's just say this was London high. I'm not going to take a short just because that high was taken, right? There needs to be reasoning. There needs to be logic involved. But yeah. So, I don't use session liquidity just to, like, Asia low gets ran and I'm buying, or Asia high gets ran and I'm selling. Abid's in the chat. Yeah, there's the brother Abid. That's yeah, good friend of mine, a brother of mine. Abid's in the chat, guys. So probably, like I've been gassing him up. You guys have heard me already. Probably one of the best traders I know. So honestly, nah, the best trader I know. No joke. So show some love for Abid in the chat. W Abid. That's the homie. Which do I trade the most? Manju, these are the assets I trade. I'm going to put Euro to the side because, to be honest with you, I kind of just look at it. I don't really trade it too much. Very, very rarely. But NQ, YM, and gold. Those are the three I focus on. for the most part. Abid pops in and says, "Can I get your autograph?" Get out of here, bro. How about you show me your autograph, and then I'll sell it on eBay afterwards. Why don't I take a sell on gold? My long worked out. It worked out beautifully, and I've been talking about with chat, and I'm not really sure on gold right now. I'm skeptical on the higher time frames, so I see downside. I see downside possibility, but I'm not too much. When I'm on the edge, I just like to sit on my hands. When I'm confident, that's when I take advantage. You'll notice in the future as I stream more with you guys that when I'm looking for trades actively, when I'm trying to look for an entry, I'm sure on the direction. Like I'm quite sure on the direction. Sometimes I'm early on the entries and I'll take a loss and then I'll take a win. But for the most part, if I'm looking for an entry, that's because I'm very sure of my direction. Excuse me. God, man, these allergies. Nicole says, "Do you trade ES?" I don't. Maybe in the future, but I've found consistency ever since I went to futures. I've found consistency with these three assets for now. Hello, brother. Can you tell how many pairs is it good to look at, trade, to stick to? So, for the beginning stages, I definitely recommend not trading anything more than 2 to 3 at the most. That's more than enough. Doesn't mean you're gonna have a trade every single day, but that's not your goal, guys. You need to remember this, man. And I've said this a lot. I probably sound like a broken record, but when you show up to the charts every single day, don't expect to take a trade. It's everybody's biggest mistake. It's almost like they show up at the chart so they deserve to trade. They deserve to take a trade. It should not work like that. You need to get that vision out of the head. It's the wrong perspective. Abbott says, "Relax, you're the GOAT." Bro, you know I always appreciate you. Family. Bro, possible entry in ETH USD? No. I would not take anything on ETH USD right now. That thing is mooning, and I don't take trades when it's mooning. What do you think more good, Forex or futures? I think they both have their benefits, their pros and cons. I'll give you an example of a con on futures. It fits my lifestyle. It fits my time zone. It fits all that perfectly, but you can't hold over the close, which sucks a bit because I came from Forex where I would actually take trades and hold them for days at a time. Now I have to take trades and I'm in and out in the same session. So that's something I've had to learn and adjust to, and I'm still making mistakes on that sometimes because I'll be in a trade and it's approaching the end of the day and I have to close it, right? My target's not hit and I have to close because we can't hold over the close, which is unfortunate, but I just have to make a little bit of a couple tweaks to my system, which is fine. But that's just an example, right? And then of course, Forex, there's spread sometimes, right? You don't get filled at the prices you want to get filled at. But that's just because that's what Forex, that's what it's about. That's a con. Both have their pros and cons. I am liking futures more though, currently. Little update on the market here. Look at this sell-off on YM taking out that high from the left. So I told you guys when YM was longing that the longs were valid to the highs. However, what high did I marked out? I believe I had this high marked out. Yeah. And we ended up coming for all the liquidity, which is fine. Look. And this comes back to what we were talking about before, right? Look at this, guys. High respected. Or sorry, low ran. High respected. So, retail entered here. Or you call it retail, whatever you want to call it. All I know is sellers entered here. Okay, so there's going to be liquidity above that high. And that's why we ran it. And that's probably why we're having a reaction right now after taking it out. How I can know that's the liquidity sweep is finished so I can take a position? Yeah, you got to be able to identify the correct liquidity, I guess you could say. I just took one trade out for my allergies and does the trick for the rest of the day. Yeah, Paul, I do have some allergy medicine, some tabs. I'm gonna have to start taking them because my allergies are just starting back up. It's about that season now. Brother Travis says, I appreciate your time on these streams, Marco. I really enjoyed the last 2 days, considering joining your group so I can have a good community. Travis, I appreciate you, bro. You are more than welcome any day. And I appreciate you stopping by yesterday and today. I appreciate all of you guys, honestly. Everyone in here. W for all of you. To even think there's, I don't know how many live viewers there's right now, but I think in the high hundreds or something. To think that there's almost 200 people watching me right now is cool, man. Like, you guys are interested in seeing how I view the markets. It's a dope feeling for sure. So I appreciate all of you guys, honestly. Please look at Euro USD. I am bullish on this pair. And if Mr. Riz in here still? I don't know if he is. Riz isn't here, I think, but I don't know if he can hear us currently. But he knows that he needs to be holding his longs. And then what he's gonna do, he's gonna send me some money after, right, Riz? Please. I'm playing, but yeah, I am bullish on Euro after. I am still bullish on Euro. Mariah, sorry. I have been typing W, but I don't know what it means. W just means win. Like, if something good happens, if someone takes a win in the chat, or if I take a win, or something good happens in general, we'll just say, spam some W's. It's just a good thing. How are you sure when you take a trade, is it a BOS or manipulation? So I don't trade break of structures. I just trade purely off liquidity, brother. I don't use break of structures to aid my analysis. What low needs to be taken on NQ to turn our short-term bias to bullish? I just, honestly, to give you a quick answer, I'd need more price action. So if I just look at this chart in front of me right now, guys, all I can see is a massive move to the upside. And now we're starting to build more current PA, you could say. I can't build a bias if I don't see liquidity. As simple as that for me. If there's no liquidity in the chart, I don't have a bias. So I just have to wait. I will have to wait. Can you please weekly on GBP, JPY? What do you think? Sammy, I already told you, bro. Very, very bullish. I would steer clear of any buys or sells on GJ right now. Don't go to the lower time frames if the higher time frames don't look good, because you will just set yourself up for unnecessary losses. We have trading above the highs, which means buys are off the cards for me right now. And if I was to look for sells, I need more price action. Simple as that. Me too. I type many W's but don't know the meaning. W's is just a good thing. Sorry guys, 1 second. Marco, please, do you have a group or community that I can join? I do have a group called Inter-Equity Trading. I believe all my socials should be in the description of the live stream. But if you don't want to join the community, that's completely fine. We're going to be live every Tuesday and Thursday going forward on Chart Fanatics, man. So we're going to have some dope streams going forward. I'm excited to hang out with you guys. Hang out with chat. Charts and chat. That's what it's about going forward. Every Tuesday and Thursday, you got me. Every Wednesday, you got Mr. Tyler, Mr. TG Capital. Every Monday, you got Boss Man Riz. You guys got some solid stuff. This is all for free, guys. We got some dope content coming for you guys. For real. I'm excited. Gold looks like it's probably going to be cooked for the day. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. As of right now, on a very, very lower time frame, internal taken, and we're getting choppy, right? So, again, now that those highs are taken, you got to understand that buys are finished. Completed. Done. That's why we've closed out of our positions. And secured. Here, how much did we secure? Let me go take a look for you guys. I have my copier up on the other monitor. So I secured 550 on my funded. Yeah, so I secured 550 on every single account. So almost 16. What is that? 5. How do I do math here? $1,650? Yeah. Basically over $1,600 we secured today, which is nice. As you guys know, I'm not trading all of my accounts right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other fundeds on the side. Actually 7. I haven't added the 7th to the funded the copier yet. So I only traded 1 funded today though. W means winning is good things. Yes, sir. Winning. W's, W's, W's. Can you backtest for the chart, Marco? What do you mean? Like, what am I backtesting? What about AUD, USD? So honestly, just looking at the weekly chart, I can tell you guys right away. Yeah, this thing is gonna... We should see some serious moves on AUD, USD up here on the weekly. Long-term wise. Let's see, 4 hour more intraday. Yeah, so now we're trading about the highs. We're coming into areas on the left. I view this as traps, so any reactions will just be pullbacks and then a continuation overall. So again, I am bullish on this as well. So I think we spoke about it yesterday, but if I'm bullish on Euro and Aussie, I believe that's weak on the dollar, right? Marco, would you say that your liquidity strategy is subjective, discretionary, or mechanical? So the thing is, my strategy isn't like pattern based. So you're not looking for, I mean, you are looking for the same thing, logically speaking, but I don't draw something on the chart and you just copy and paste that to every chart and just look for that, right? So I guess you could say it's discretionary because you need to understand the logic. You need to understand where the liquidity is in the market. I don't trade patterns, okay? And that's just for me. Riz says, should we do a giveaway on Alpha Capricorn 3 times 25K? 100%. Let's go. Who wants a who wants a giveaway? 25K counts. Do you expect the euro to make a retracement to enter buys within a demand? I guess you could say I expect it. The way you need to view it is if a pullback does occur, you have the opportunity to buy back up. That's it. If it doesn't occur, no buy. And it's not the end of the world. Everybody slash the like button right now. I agree with Riz. Listen, guys, if you want a giveaway coming, smash that like button. Once we get to 200 likes, we're going to pick 3 winners. Come on, let's go. We got 200 likes yesterday. We got over 200 likes yesterday. We got to get to 200 today. Lock in. Come on. Lock in. LOL, slash it for real. I got the coffee flowing through my veins, caffeine flowing through me, so I'm gonna be stuttering like an idiot sometimes over here. I'm only a trader, right? Marco, when there's liquidity and imbalance on the left-hand side, I got confused. Which one price will react and reverse from? I always use liquidity. I don't use imbalances, really. It's always liquidity for myself. Only 39 likes. Guys, listen. There is 186, I believe, on my side, live viewers. We gotta get those likes up. We gotta get those likes up. Tell the family to hop in the stream if you have to. Because when we get to 200 likes, that's when Riz is going to be giving away some accounts. I mean, who doesn't like some free accounts? I know we like those. Yeah, but that's my view on Aussie right now. NQ with that 4 hour momentum. YM kind of chilling in the middle of that range right now. Nothing too pretty. It's simple. I like every video of Chart Fanatics. Dude, yeah. Chart Fanatics to the moon, guys. I keep telling you guys this, but don't sleep. Watch all these videos, man. So much free value. So much free value. You got all the technical gold on Chart Fanatics, and you got all the... Here, wait for this. The wisdom. See what I did there? You got all the wisdom and wisdom on Words of Wisdom, guys. So, like, you have to understand. You listen to some of these veterans, some of these goats talk on a podcast for 2 hours. These guys, they're the people that you guys want to be one day, right? And they're spitting knowledge. So much value. So much value. Let's get to 200 likes, guys. I want to fund an account. I agree. We have to get to 200 likes. But the thing is, guys, that's the rule right now. If we don't get to 200 likes, then there's going to be no giveaway, unfortunately. And it is what it is, right? All it does is hit that thumbs up. That's it. Boom, done. Boom, bum, done. Marco, after liquidity is taken, what do you look for to enter a trade? Same thing. I look for liquidity to get built up again, and then a run of it, and then we trade the other way. See, it's all fractal. You're gonna notice a pattern of how I look for my trades over and over. It's always the same. Always the same. I watched all the videos on Interequity. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate all the love and support always to all of you guys. Even all the new faces, all the people that showed up from yesterday as well, man. You guys got a solid trader tomorrow. I'm not gonna be on tomorrow, but you guys got Tyler, Mr. TG Capital, and I mean, this guy's he's on a heater this year. He has made a boatload of money with these prop firms this year, and he's also a dope guy and a dope trader. So definitely hop in the stream tomorrow 9 a.m. with Mr. Tyler. Wisdom gonna make an empire soon. Riz is the man. Riz is the man. Are we almost there? Mods, what are we at right now? How many likes? I can't see on my end because I don't even know what I'm doing yet. Oh, here we go. 178. Do we have 20? Do we need 22 more likes? How do we have 186 or 180-ish viewers and 180 likes? What's going on here? What am I missing? You got some people in the chat just not wanting to like. That's insane. We looking at some potential pays right now. Unfortunately, we're not. Well, I don't want to say unfortunately. We are not. We took some gold longs earlier. Here's my I left these executions on for you guys. My buys. Boom. That's it. That's all. So I had some buys on gold, and that is it for now. Yeah, my time window's basically closed now. I'm not gonna lie. 10:45, 10:47. Yo, MarcoTrades, do you have your own stream? I don't. I don't have my own stream. However, I do stream with my community as well. So if I'm not on Chart Fanatics, I'm with my community. All the links to my socials are in the description, of course. So if you guys want to follow me, they're all in the description. 15 more to go. 14 more to go, I think now. Let's go, guys. Come on. 14 more likes. And we got a giveaway, courtesy of Papa Riz. He's going to be giving away 3 25K accounts for free. For free. How long has Mr. Tyler been trading? You know what? Good question. I don't know how long he's been trading in total. But I do know he's an absolutely savage trader. So, don't miss out tomorrow. I can tell you that for free. Marco, big props to you for agreeing to give your knowledge and training to this channel. Of course, man. I've been trying to, especially this year, I've been trying to give back to the community as much as possible. Give value, free value as much as possible. So, I do appreciate you guys coming in and speaking so kindly to me. Honestly, it doesn't go overlooked. Again, it's awesome to even see we got like 180 people in here watching me. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Share the stream, guys. Done for me. Appreciate you, JY. But yep, JY speaking facts. If you guys haven't shared the stream yet, please do so. And like, we only need like what, 10 more likes? Bro, come on. 10 more likes. You know what? Even cause I'm such a nice person, I'm gonna go on mine and I'll toss in 1 like there. I'll be 1 like to help you guys out for this giveaway, because I want this giveaway to happen. Boom. I like too. Now you guys need 10 more. That's all I can do on my end. I'm trying my best out here for the giveaway to happen. It's on you guys to do the rest. His first hour of any session is trap. Typically, and we spoke about this before, typically 9 to 10 a.m. is usually viewed as a trap. Not always, but sometimes. It's a good confluence. Thank you for sharing. I'm trying to learn the way you chart. No worries, Asma. I appreciate you showing up. Why didn't you sell YM? Nothing I like right now. To be honest with you, I am very bullish on YM on the higher time frames, so I'm just gonna wait for a buy. That's it. Wait for this high to get taken. Or sorry, wait to buy into this high. But that's just how I like to keep it simple, right? I don't gotta be taking trades left, right, and center. All I know is 1, 2, sometimes three trades in a week is more than enough. Oh, I think we're close to 200. Are we close? Come on. I think we're close. It says 200 on my end now. Where's Riz? Oh, I think we're done. Let's go. W's. We hit 200 likes again, man. Come on, man. Let's go. W. That's awesome. And what's even better is now we got a giveaway for you guys to end this stream off, because we do got, 10:50. We got about 10 minutes. We're not looking for any more trades. We took that gold long earlier. But let's go. We got to 200 likes. You guys did it. I knew you guys could do that shit. Come on. It's light work for you guys. Good stuff, chat. Let's see who's going to be. I don't know who's going to be running the... I think the mods are, to be honest. So here you go. Keep an eye on the chat. Cross those fingers. Congratulations, Pathen. You have won a 25K Alpha Capital Challenge. Let's go. No one will shed a tear. Says, I got my dog to leave a like. Thank her later. I love it. I absolutely love it. Next winner, Nicole. I believe these are 2 people that were here yesterday as well. So that's awesome. Some repeat viewers. Some family. Let's go, Nicole. W for Nicole in there. And I think we got one more coming. One more giveaway. Here we go. Last one is Gurpreet has won a 25K account. W's, man. Let's go. We all love a good giveaway. We all love a good giveaway. Look at this reaction on gold right now. Spikes that high. Rejection lower. Tapping into this 30-minute imbalance right now. Right? Spiking out that low. So probably a low on the lower time frames. Nothing too interesting right now. But we were talking about, we said the downside could be a possibility. We'll see how it plays out the rest of the week, though. I'm definitely interested on gold the rest of the week. That's awesome, though. Over 200 likes. I think we're almost at 210 now. Over 200 likes. We got those giveaways done. We smashed gold longs. Let's recap these real quick. Where are we at? There we are. Let me clear this chart up. So, quick breakdown. Let's review this quickly. So, what did I see? I saw London high. Respect highs to the left-hand side. Okay, that's key for me. Because now this high here I have marked out. It's a future target. Right? Simple. From there, we started showing bearish price action. We came down to this low. Okay, and we respected it. This is key. And we moved away, took out some internal, and continued lower. After stabbing out this low, essentially buys are now active. They're now valid for me. But I just waited for a little bit more after I saw price tap into this area here. I understood now that we tapped into that red box. We moved away again. There's going to be liquidity above that high as well. So I took my entry as soon as we're stabbing out these lows. And my stop loss is covering this low to the left-hand side. All right. After, again, as soon as right here on this wick is where I'm entering. I took a very small partial up here, and I'm closing out above London high. Boom, bum, done. And we banked, what, over $1,600 with you guys on stream today? First trade, first W. We got many more to come, man. I told you guys before, we're going to have losses, we're going to have wins, but we'll do it together. I'll show you guys the realistic approach to profitable trading, long-term profitable trading, the ups and downs. Okay? But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream today. W's. That was awesome. I enjoyed myself. That was a lot of fun today. And unfortunately, I'm not with you guys tomorrow. But fortunately, you guys got Mr. Tyler on tomorrow, 9 a.m. Okay, so please be sure to tune in 9 a.m. tomorrow for Tyler's stream. Man, he's a dope guy, dope trader. So you guys are gonna have a good time with him. So he'll hold it down for us tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week on Tuesday, same time. Tuesday and Thursday next week for myself. But without further ado, I hope you guys have a solid day. Trade safe. And yeah, we'll talk soon. See you soon.